Need some help finding some edge in the prop market? Check out the PropsAI tool on the LineStar app, your one-stop shop for all the information you need to place smarter bets. Gain insights into player history, projections, and trends, along with sportsbook odds. You can even compare the lines across multiple sportsbooks using our prop finder. Get the edge with PropsAI today at LineStarApp.com and take your prop betting game to the next level. Good luck, and as always, bet responsibly. Welcome to the Pre-Snap Podcast presented by LineStar, your top 3 NFL player prop bets plus a touchdown call for your super wildcard matchup. We've got the Green Bay Packers traveling to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Should be an interesting matchup. The Cowboys favored by a touchdown in this one. So we've got 3 prop bets for you plus a touchdown call. If you are watching us right now on YouTube, do me a huge favor. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and comment below. A comment also enters you into our prop bets contest. What we do is we put these 3 props, put it on a ticket, and we will give out the winnings of that ticket, which should amount to $60. If we hit all 3 of our props, we'll give that out to a randomly selected commenter if we go 3 for 3. So make sure you got to be in it to win it. Comment below. Let us know where you're headed in the prop market for this Packers-Cowboys game. Mike McCarthy revenge game, maybe? We'll see in this one. The Cowboys are owners of the longest active home winning streak, 16 games. They've won a lot at home, and they're scoring more than 39 points per game at home. So we should expect a lot of offense in this one, especially from the Cowboys. So there's some interesting ways to attack the prop market. The tool we're using to help us with that is the PropsAI tool. You can find that on the LineStar app, LineStarApp.com. Check it out. It basically compares LineStar's projections to what's out there in the prop market. Plus, you can also see how players have done recently, their recent trends, how they match up, that sort of thing. It's a really great tool. You can check that out, LineStarApp.com. Also, the picks are available on Underdog Fantasy, PrizePicks, Sleeper, CHALKBOARD. If you don't have those apps, download them. Use the promo code LineStar when you do, and you'll get up to $100 of your first deposit match. So make sure to check us out there. If the lines do move a little bit and you have questions about whether we still endorse a certain prop, just drop them in the comments below and we'll try to get back to you on that. I know there's going to be a lot of movement from now until game time. Again, we are taping this on Thursday, so we still have a lot to learn, especially with the Packers. They've got a couple injuries that we're keeping an eye on in this one, but wanted to get you guys some early lines here, some props that you can hop on early. So we're going to start things off. We'll start with LineStar App's best pick, and then my co-host Tyler Wiemann is off for today, but he did submit his prop pick, and then I've got a prop pick plus a touchdown call as well. So let's get right to it. The Cowboys are a team you either love or you love to hate. Packers a little bit that way too in this one. I like the Cowboys in this one, especially that offense might be good for some props. But the first prop we're going to look at is going to be the Cowboys running back Tony Pollard over 14.5 rush attempts. LineStar's projection, as you can see, 17.4 rush attempts for Pollard. He's averaging right around 15 rush attempts per game. He's gone over 3 of the last 5, over in 8 of 17 games throughout the course of the season. Interesting note here is that basically, the Cowboys have success when they can run the ball. Maybe they've got a more balanced approach on offense. The Cowboys are 7-1 in games where Pollard gets at least 15 rush attempts. So it's really in their best interest to get him going early in this one. And a good matchup for him going up against the Packers, who are 19th in rush attempts allowed per game to running backs at 22.9. Packers also ranked 26th in rush defense DVOA. I know they've looked a lot better over the last couple of weeks, but they haven't been going up against great teams. So be careful not to overinflate your confidence in the Packers defense in that one. I still like Tony Pollard's rushing prop here over 14.5 rush attempts. Next up, we'll go to the Packers side of things for my co-host Tyler Wiemann's pick that he submitted. And before we get into it, though, do want to note some of the injuries that we're kind of eyeing as we head into Sunday's contest. Right now, it is Thursday, so that is the latest information we're dealing with. Is we're still kind of uncertain of the statuses of Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs. Romeo Doubs most recently just left the game against the Bears. He had a chest injury. It was actually reported that he was coughing up blood in that one, so still some lingering concerns with that one. He should be good to go, but we don't know 100% sure yet. Again, we're taping this on Thursday, and then Christian Watson, some lingering issues with a hamstring injury that's really been hampering him all season long. Hamstring injuries, something that's hard to kind of recover from. So those are 2 injuries we are keeping an eye on as we head into Sunday's game. But one wide receiver that has no questions and who Tyler is backing for his prop pick this week is Jaden Reed. So Tyler loves this pick for Jaden Reed over 49.5 receiving yards, and so do I. The more I looked into it, the more I fully endorse this one. Reed's averaging 49.5 receiving yards per game, so that lines up perfectly. He's been over that mark 3 of the last 5 games, and he actually just had his first 100-yard receiving game against the Bears. And the more I looked into how he'll be matched up against the Cowboys have a great passing defense. However, where they are weak is at slot cornerback, where there's Jordan Lewis. He's allowed the 3rd most yards among all slot cornerbacks, and that's exactly where Reed does a lot of his damage. 653 slot receiving yards, which trails only CeeDee Lamb and Amon-Ra St. Brown. So certainly in some good company there. So a nice matchup for him against the Cowboys in this one. Look for Jaden Reed over that 49.5 receiving yards mark. And speaking of CeeDee Lamb, that's exactly where I'm headed for my prop pick, going CeeDee Lamb over 97.5 receiving yards. That line has since come up. I still like it over 100. Go ahead and take the over on that one. Lamb's been on fire this season, and we've taken him a lot over the course of the season. He's cashed for us consistently on his receiving yards prop. He's averaging 102.9 per game over in 9 of 17, but more importantly, over in 5 of 8 home games. Also going up against a Green Bay defense that ranks 26 in pass defense DVOA versus wide receiver 1. Remember that DVOA stat takes into account quality opponent in this one. And while the headlines will be CeeDee Lamb versus Jair Alexander, Jair Alexander, by the way, listed on the injury report. Apparently he rolled his ankle in practice, so it's a little bit questionable going into Sunday's matchup, but I think he is looking like he's going to play in this one. Again, taping this Thursday, so that's the latest information that I have. Regardless, though, CeeDee Lamb against Jair Alexander, I'm not at all deterred from this prop. They faced each other back in Week 10 in 2022, and Lamb got the better of him, hauled in 4 of 6 targets for 55 yards and a touchdown, and then he also added 7 catches for 95 yards and a touchdown against the other Green Bay defenders in that one. And regardless of his matchup against Jair Alexander, I think the real mismatch opportunity is when Lamb is lined up in the slot. He's one of the best receivers out of the slot. In fact, he leads the NFL in catches, yards, and receiving touchdowns as a slot receiver. And guess what? His matchup is juicy, going up against primary slot cornerback for Green Bay, Keyshawn Nixon, who finished the regular season having allowed the 2nd most slot receiving yards of any defender in the NFL. So CeeDee Lamb in for a monster game. We're taking the over on his receiving yards. So to recap our top 3 picks here for this Packers-Cowboys game, we're going Tony Pollard higher than 14.5 rushing attempts, Jaden Reed higher than 49.5 receiving yards, and CeeDee Lamb higher than 100.5 receiving yards. Again, that's on Underdog Fantasy. You can tail us there or on PrizePicks, Sleeper, Chalkboard, whatever app you use. By the way, if you use any of those apps or would like to and download them, use that promo code LineStar for $100 if your first deposit matched. All right, now it is time for our touchdown calls of the game for this Packers-Cowboys game. I thought about going CeeDee Lamb with my touchdown call, but I'm actually going to the Cowboys tight end, Jake Ferguson, plus 180 for a touchdown in this one. And Ferguson has been a monster for Dallas. 5 touchdowns on the year for him, 8 red zone targets over the last 8 weeks. In fact, that is second among all tight ends behind only Sam Laporta. And going up against a Green Bay defense that has struggled against that position, 26 in pass defense DVOA versus opposing teams tight end. Jake Ferguson, 6'4", 244 pounds in this one. He is a monster, especially in yards after the catch. I like him here for an anytime touchdown plus money. Let's go Ferguson for the touchdown. And in terms of sides in this one, as much as I hate it and it kills me to go with the Dallas Cowboys in this one, something I don't like doing because I feel like sometimes in these clutch situations they manage to choke. I just got to go with the Cowboys in this one at home. That's a totally different situation playing at AT&T Stadium, the friendly confines. That offense will be rolling, especially against this Packers team that's a little bit banged up at this point in the season. So I got to roll with the Cowboys here and Dak Prescott in this one. That offense has looked pretty good all season long, so I'm going to bank on them in this one. Let's hope it doesn't hurt me, and hopefully, I know I got a couple Packers fans that I'm friends with, so hopefully they don't come for me in this one, but I gotta go with the Cowboys in this one. All right, so let me know where you're headed again in the comments. Let me know what your best bets are, what player props you're looking at, any touchdown calls you like. Let me know in the comments. We're all in it to help each other out and beat the books and win some money this weekend. So let's win some money on this super wild card weekend. Good luck in all of your prop betting endeavors. And remember to check out all of our other breakdowns. We're breaking down every single wild card game for you in terms of props and touchdown calls. And we'll also give you sides as well for all of the games. So make sure you tune into our other videos as well. And hopefully you guys can pair them correctly, find some great parlays, and make some money this weekend. That's what it's all about. Good luck, everyone. Have some fun. Enjoy the games, and we'll see you next time.